Recently on the LDS Bachelorette.
What am I expecting to get out of the date? A phone number.
We had spaghetti and we looked at the fall colors from a tram, which fall colors are one of my all-time favorite things.
It doesn't feel like a date, if that makes sense. Like it just feels normal. Like it's just me and her and we're friends.
So basically I was trying to trick Dallin into asking me for my phone number. So I pretended to lose my phone and then he helps me find it. So he has my number now.
Welcome back to the LDS Bachelorette. Last time we watched two potential lovebirds enjoy a beautiful mountain scene date. But will Katie's second master date with a handsome bachelor change the pace? Let's find out.
So, I'm Zach Geyer. I'm from Provo, Utah. And I'm here to meet Katie for our date today. I'm kind of excited. I think it's kind of cool that she chose me. I think we were a really good match. I felt really happy with what the Mormon Bachelorette had to offer, and I think I'm really excited for this date. I'm really looking forward to get to know her, to kind of see if we're really compatible and see, you know, what the future might bring.
I'm Katie and I am on a date with Zach. We are currently eating some Thai food and then we're going to do something else after, and I have no idea what it is. It's still a mystery to me. But so far so good. Food's a good place to start. Okay, I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
Actually, no, let's do the short rib. Short rib, yeah. And then let's do white.
So I thought the day went really, really well. I was surprised at how much we had in common about things that I didn't know we had in common. Even we did our little 5-minute little interview thing before we went on the date. I thought they did a really good job matching us together with interests about art and experiences that we both have. I mean, I don't know if they knew that or if that's just, you know, how the process went, but I thought they did a great job of matching us, and I was really excited, and I'm really glad the day went so well. I really like Katie because she's just has a lot of fascinating stories, is really really deep in her experiences and what she does and why she does it, which is really important to me. Seems like a really good girl, which is important to me too. I really liked how we shared a lot of the same interests, which surprised me, but that was, I guess, why the matchmaking process is so important. We gotta finish our sculptures. Mine is a little more mangled than hers, but would I take her out again? Yeah, for sure.
So the date went well, I would say. Zach is surprising. He is a lot more cultured than I thought. He's into a lot of the same things that I like. We have a lot more in common than I thought we did. And he picked a really good activity. I love sculpture, and this is what I'm working on. Actually, it's a work in progress. It's a zombie, so sculpture is my element. Zombies, not so much, but it's been fun. Oh, and lest you think we're too strange, this is in honor of Halloween.
Yeah,
Halloween is coming up. We don't typically do this. So, out as a skull. It's got a little flesh going on.
It looks like
I would definitely go on another date with Zach. Definitely. He is really good at puns. Really good at wordplay. He uses big words. Sucker for big words. I like words.
Handsome doctor or medical technician, Katie has such a difficult choice. Luckily, Amy Stevens is there to help her talk it through and make a good decision that will meet her goals.
Well, Katie, it's great to see you.
Good to see you too.
I'm excited to hear how things are going for you. Tell me about your dates with Zach and Dallin.
They were great. I've been out with Dallin twice and Zach once. I've been very pleasantly surprised. They were both very respectful, very good guys, and I was a little surprised in some ways, and then in some ways they were exactly what I expected them to be, and it was fun. They're awesome guys.
What can you share about surprises, interesting things that you learned or found out about them on the date?
Let's see. Well, let's see. Zach is a lot more cultured than I would have expected. I mean, it's kind of rare that somebody can talk about art and music the way I like to discuss those subjects. It was fun. And like for our date, we sculpted, which was really fun. And I don't know if he knew that that's something I really like to do in my free time, but it was really fun.
I love it.
Yeah, he's a neat guy. And Dallin is such a gentleman, and I wasn't surprised about that. I knew he was going to be a gentleman, but he is such a gentleman, you know, in the details, which was so refreshing. Yeah.
Good. Well, how do each of them appear so far to meet your top 10 list?
Well, gentlemanly behavior is like really important to me. Kindness is huge on my top 10 list, and they're both kind, and I was happy to see that. They both have a lot of direction in life, like they have goals and they know what they want, which was also really nice. And I can tell that they know how to have fun, like they know how to enjoy life. They're both very, very rooted in the gospel, which is probably the number one most important thing to me. So, yeah, I would say they had a lot of the things I'm looking for.
How would you describe where you're at with dating at this time in your life compared to before the show?
In some ways, I would say I'm kind of in the same place, but in other ways, things have changed a lot. I think I still probably date the same amount, and I still probably feel similarly about dating. I've had positive dating experiences. I still see dating as a positive experience. I feel like this experience has helped me hone in a little bit more on me. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I feel like I've learned more about myself than dating per se, but that helps you in dating, learning about yourself. So
yeah, I think you really having the ability to express your feelings, needs, and opinions has come out, and realizing how important that is.
That actually has changed for me in this process, which is it's unusual for me to be able to say what I'm thinking.
That's great.
So,
so you've seen that help you in other areas of your life.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, what's been one of the hardest things about going through this?
Worrying about what people will think and learning to not care about that. Yeah, that's been having other people involved in the process has been hard for me because I tend to be a little more private about this kind of stuff.
Sure.
So being more open about it has not been easy.
Sure.
Yeah.
So in terms of obviously having cameras on you is a little vulnerable, but what about just even talking about it off camera?
Even the coaching and such is very out of my comfort zone in this area.
Do you feel like that's gotten easier as you've continued to have sessions?
Yeah, well, as I start to care less about what other people think in this scenario, that does get easier. And it becomes more about, well, how can I grow? rather than what do people think about me, you know, which is always a better shift. It's always better to think about how can I grow, and how can I maximize this experience and take the most out of it that I can.
Right.
So.
Is there any advice or key takeaways that you want to share with viewers who might be able to relate to your situation?
I think the advice I would say is that I think people have really powerful guides in them. And I think sometimes we're afraid to trust ourselves, trust those feelings that we have. I think, and being a little more vulnerable is always a good idea. I mean, obviously not putting yourself in situations that are dangerous and whatnot, but being more honest, being more willing to take a risk is always within reason, right? But it's always, well, it opens doors. Yeah. That don't exist otherwise.
It's true. I mean, you've taken a risk to be part of this experience, and you never know how you're going to find your match.
Right.
And so we see that a lot where clients will come in, and maybe we don't actually set them up with their match, but they go out with someone and they learn something, and then they end up
it's a domino effect. Yeah.
And the Lord sees that you're putting forth that effort, and He's blessing you for that. And so it's great to see that you've been able to gain further faith and trust in your own decisions and confidence. I think that you're naturally you've got a pure spirit about you, and
Thank you.
It's just been an honor to get to know you, and I know that you're just going to continue to figure things out.
Thank you. It's been an honor for me too. Thank you.
I dated a lot when I was single, but started to wonder if I would ever find the right guy. The LDS Matchmaker taught me a new approach to dating and set me up with Jordan.
I hired the LDS Matchmaker to help make dating fun again and figure out how to really connect with the kind of woman I was looking for. With their help, I started dating smarter and met my beautiful wife, Darlene.
So if you're ready to make it happen,
let us help you find the one.